My name is Kristina Reiko Cooper, Kristina Reiko Cooper. I am a cellist.
That's
great. Okay, Scotty, get in there.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Have you ever played the mandolin?
Scotty, get in there.
Where do you want me to be?
I want you to get in there and do the V. It's something called the V.
Okay, you want me here?
So you right, turn around, go with me.
Okay.
Go with me. No, go with me. All right.
I've been in this business 20 years.
So I want to see both of you. Okay?
Oh, okay, you want to do that, Chuck?
Yes, there you go. Okay. All right.
Okay, well, that's all right if it gets closer
this
to her.
This looks really good, and a little more face towards me.
How's my profile?
Every once in a while, you can look down the pipe.
Okay.
And look at Scott.
Okay,
so
sounds
we're rolling
good.
right now. Go ahead, Scotty.
Hi, so Kristina, you're a cellist.
I am.
String instrument. It's so sophisticated to play that. I couldn't do it, so I ended up doing the harmonica and the djembe. And I love the harmonica though. I didn't start playing until I was like 53, and I thought I was really hot then. I doubled my creativity just from jamming and playing with a few people.
Yeah.
Music is so special.
It is indeed.
How did you get into the life of music?
Well, I came to it rather organically. My mother's a violinist. My father's a pianist. So I was doomed.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
But truth be told, I always loved music from when I was very young. I used to curl underneath the piano when my father would practice, and I fell in love with what he played. My mother would be practicing in the other room, and it's how I grew up. And
they both composed, right, when they felt like it?
Oh, no,
they,
neither one of them
they
composed.
kept the lines?
My grandfather was a composer, however. My Japanese grandfather was a very famous composer, so I have music going
What's his name?
back. Tomojiro Ikenochi.
Ikenochi. That's a good name, I like that. There are some Japanese names that are just so forceful and powerful. Suzuki,
Well, you're talking about samurai, of course they have to be.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. You've seen that, of course.
Which one?
Seven Samurai?
I have
With
not.
you
I
haven't
know.
seen Toshiro Mifune?
I know something's wrong with me.
Nobody's ever moved better on the screen than him.
Yeah?
Oh, what a beautiful warrior fighter. He was amazing, Toshiro. So, have you been in films before?
Well, I guess, I went to high school in Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get away from the movie business if you live in Los Angeles.
Really?
So I ended up appearing in a couple of sitcoms, always as a cellist, though. Yeah,
but they still knew you had a good taste. That's the thing. The camera don't lie on that. When that close-up comes, that's the deal.
Well, thank you. And I filmed quite a few things through my music. In Japan, I think we filmed something like 7 DVDs where we filmed all over the world and did some speaking and but
so
mostly
I can
playing.
get some complimentary ones because we did this interview just on spec, right?
Absolutely.
Well, that's beautiful. Let's stay in touch. So, are you a composer yourself too?
Oh, definitely not.
That's the formal thing. They lock you into a position. You're this, you're that. I'll tell you, Melvin Van Peebles was my mentor, one of my main one, my best. Melvin wrote all the music for, Sweetbacks, Badass, all of it. And he had no training. It's genius. And it's such beautiful, it's really beautiful.
Well, if you heard anything that I've tried to compose, you would full-heartedly agree. I am not a composer.
You never know when you have that 8-year run where you just got it, right?
Maybe if something happens to me, I get struck by lightning or something, it will, I'll get a creative spark.
Now, I am afraid of string instruments. There, I have no luck. I don't even want to try. But the keyboard, I kind of like, I'm a big Thelonious Monk fan.
Oh, well, that's a good person to be a fan of.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I think you can just play Thelonious all day, just him. And he's like, what is that, 40, 50, 60 years ago? And it's still so modern.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can just keep hearing more because he's like using these 20 themes and he brings them in and he brings in no musician. That's interesting when you play with other musicians. Do you ever play in small groups?
Yeah, of course. Yes, I played in a professional string quartet for many years. I had a piano trio that I played with. I had a rather eclectic group that I played with called Quartetto Gelato, where we had the accordion, a singer, a cello, and an oboe, of all things. And yeah, of course, in all seriousness, chamber music is one of my favorite things to do because you can collaborate with other artists and emote with them on a very sort of visceral level, and it's one of my greatest joys. You get inspired by other people.
It's so nice for me too, because you live that. It's a beautiful thing. I I was afraid of music, and so I was, halfway through, but I love it. I mean, I just got over a whole depression in like 12 minutes playing,
I'm happy to hear that music is the universal language.
Yeah, I have a cartoon that I write it from, so when I get someone to do it, it has an alien in front of Lincoln Center, right? And he's talking to two people, holding one's like with a big bass and all that. And the alien tells him, if it wasn't for your music, we would have blown you up a long time ago.
I like that. I like that. I'll take that. We're going to save the world.
Well, let's start with saving ourselves. And
Oh, wow.
it's
That's what
something.
we're trying to do. We're fighting the good fight.
You know who I met in a laundromat yesterday? I met the lead singer from the Drifters in my
Okay.
neighborhood.
All right, that's cool.
And he was singing, a verse from it. And you could tell it was so beautiful. It wasn't like somebody liked the song and it was catchy or whatever. No. And except he had a high tone, so the song was supposed to go low. And he just closed it out with a higher note. And that was something I learned from Tony Bennett.
Yes.
He was
Great
amazing.
singer.
Zen. Yeah, but he's a Zen person.
Is he?
He was.
Yeah.
And he said, if you can't make that note, close out where you can and enunciate perfectly.
I like that. Seems like a good life adage.
Yeah. He went to 97. Nobody has anything bad to say about Tony Bennett.
Well, there you go. It's a life well led.
Except for the crazy guy who accosted us on the red carpet at Tribeca just as Tony Bennett gets there. I can't even use the footage except to show how weird the world is. I mean, this guy came in with, where did you go? So working with the filmmaker, how did you feel that you approached your part of it?
How she approached it, or how I
but, well, what evolved because it's
well, it's actually a wonderful story in that this film began really as sort of a promotional tool for a CD that we did at the same time, and it was just supposed to be a backstage look of the recording process and what goes on behind it, and to talk a little bit about the composers and their lives. But it's a subject that both the conductor, Maestro Constantine Orbelian, and I are so passionate about.
These are older composers from before, right?
Yes,
in,
yes.
in the historic area, but they didn't get the big name like.
Exactly,
yeah.
because they were Jews born during a period that they were repressed and canceled by first the Nazi regime, and in Weinberg's case also by Stalin. And they're two ingenious composers, beautiful composers, whose music deserves to be on the same level of the pantheon of the greats. And this is what our project is all about. But Emily, Veronika Emily Pohl, our director, she took this material, and with her incredible creative spark, as we've been talking about, and her unbelievable craftsmanship, she built it out into this full-blown, what I think to be very touching and beautiful documentary. And that's how it grew from being what was really a very small project into this jewel of a film.
That's beautiful. You know, Beethoven was born on my date on the 16th of December, so I have to live up.
That's a big name to live up to.
There's a few others. It's very.
Such a mean harmonica.
Ah, there you go.
Good day. Anyway, I want to give to you as a present, because during the pandemic, I put like 3,000 songs together that I figured were the best songs ever. Either they were like #1s or something, or they were just such good songs, you knew it right away.
Okay.
And after that, the algorithm started working, and they started sending in things I had no idea. So I discovered the specials, you know. I really like the ska beat. I really think the ska beat is the beat of the future until they absorb something from Nigeria in 20 years. This is very fast.
Yeah, my first boyfriend in high school really was into ska.
Ska's a beautiful beat because you can do it and then you go back to 4 whenever you feel like it anyway, right? Or when it fits. And it's got a little funky humor to it when you go like that.
100%.
Yeah, and reggae is evolved wonderfully. So anyway, yeah, I've been looking at music for a long time, and this is a real honor, Robin. I had no idea we'd get such a nice interview.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I think I have 2 questions, if that's okay.
Yeah, fly.
So, I'm actually, Scotty knows about this. I'm in a movie called Whipple's World. It's going to release in Tribeca.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
They just announced yesterday, did you notice?
No.
They announced they opened the film, so now you can talk about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. But anyhow, so I'm obviously in the movie, and I've had people look at it and give us.
Do you want to put it over here? Or?
Thank you.
Is that?
Am I still in camera?
It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, no,
Well, we're an
I'll
informal
leave it.
type of thing. We just,
Oh, that's all right.
you know, we do like organic filmmaking.
But you know, here I am in this movie, so it's kind of a subjective viewpoint that I have.
Yes.
And you're in the same situation. You're in this movie, and
Yes.
you've seen it.
Yes,
Obviously.
yes.
What's your favorite part of the movie? What part do you really look forward to watching?
That's a
Well,
good
look,
question.
I'm a musician, right? First and foremost, that's what I live and breathe and feel. So for me, it's when certain parts of the music itself comes up, and you know, there are parts where we're describing the music, and our director so beautifully puts the 2 things together and shows the audience what we mean when we're talking about the composers and how they illustrate what happened to them through their art. And she's able to put that together with the actual playing. And for me, that's
I don't want to throw off your
incredibly
timing.
touching. I really love that section
But
of
if
the
you
film.
are all right, it looks like it'll be another 4 minutes or so. Is that when you?
Background.
It's okay. She's great.
So you're part Japanese?
Yes,
I
yes.
assume part Jewish?
No, I
Any
mean not.
Israeli background?
No,
What-
I
what-
converted,
what's your
but
DNA then? What other?
so my
what?
my mother is Japanese through and through, and my father. See, I've even done that 23andMe thing, so I know exactly what he is. He's mostly Scottish, English, a little bit of German, a little bit of French, a little bit of Scandinavian thrown in there, but that's about it.
Now that's very interesting. The reason I'm asking this question is I have a producer,
Yes.
and she operates remotely out of Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm working with her on a Saturday Night Live documentary now about Lorne Michaels.
Okay.
And she keeps clobbering me about fix this, fit. We end up doing 5 cuts, and maybe we'll be done. But
Okay.
It's out. It's
She's
already got
very-
reviews. I saw reviews on it.
Her name's Sharon, and she's half Japanese.
Woo, fellow Haffy.
And yes, and I'm not sure what the rest is, but I have a feeling there's a characteristic that's very strict, honorable, respectful. What do you see in yourself as far as your character and relating that to your career and your accomplishments?
I would say that I've always felt very lucky, actually, to come from 2 different cultures. I think it gives me a wider view, although I didn't realize that growing up. But yes, I'd agree with you that the Japanese side is definitely perhaps more proper in a way, and the idea behind Japanese culture is that you're part of a whole. You're not just individual. You're part of humanity. You're everything has to be done together. As you can't make an action without a reaction. You can't have something good without having something bad. And there's something in that sort of state of mind that's definitely part of my background.
Zen samurai?
Oh, I definitely come from samurai
I'm a
background.
Zen samurai.
Huh?
Zen samurai.
What do you mean?
Zen.
Yes,
samurai.
Zen samurai. Yes. I do come from samurai background, so.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I do. Yeah, I have a little warrior in me. Yeah.
But you work with this interreligious stuff. I mean, I always thought the Japanese were like the Jews of the Asian world. Always. I'm Jewish. I'm very radical, but you know, I do what I want.
Well, I actually think like there's no 2 more opposite cultures than like specifically Israel and Japan. Really,
That's
two-
Israel, that's
two
politics.
more but
But-
at the root of it, I would agree with you that there's something about the value system,
Yes.
the
Think
family.
we're special. We think we're special.
Well,
And they always end up ruling the rest of the Asian world
Okay.
until the Chinese outnumber them. You know, it's a great history. It's a great 400-year history that was very special right before the modern age. You know.
well, there is something about the family values, right? About the family being the most
I
important,
wish I
and
had
the
one.
discipline, the always striving, yeah. And then I'd say on the American side, I'm quite free. You know, you can see even by my gestures, I'm not very Japanese, right? I don't. And I think that
You have to
that
control
allows
your
me
body
to
space.
have the desire to be individualistic and to dare to stick out sometimes. And I'll say sometimes those two sides clash a bit, but I'm happy to have both. Makes life more
The
interesting.
other thing about Sharon,
I don't want to hold her up.
Her mom, to promise the last one. Her mom was at, I believe, Nagasaki.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so through Sharon, I've experienced a whole different side of that story.
I can imagine.
And so when we covered Oppenheimer, she couldn't wait to talk to the director about her side.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that was really something, because everybody's human, right? And if you
Yes.
know anything about what they went through as a result of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it was rough.
Yeah, it's
So So anyhow, that's kind of why I was kind of interested in that. Do you have any ancestors that were in Japan?
Oh
around
yes,
that
yes,
time?
yes, but my Japanese side of the family were all rather leftist artists, like haiku poets,
Wow.
musicians, whatever. So they were never on the side of imperialistic Japan. But so for them, that was a very difficult time period for many reasons. Yeah.
Can we do a longer